students, welcome in the math class. Students, we are doing the topic arithmetic progression and we have completed the first 5 objectives of this topic. That is, first, to find the particular term when nth term is given. Second, to find an AP when nth term is given. Third, to find the particular term using general term formula. Fourth, to find the number of terms. Then fifth, to find the particular term from the end. And last one is that to find the sum of n terms of an AP. And under this objective, we have completed subtopics also. That is, first, to find sum when AP series and number of terms are given. Second, when first term, last term and number of terms are given. Third, when AP series is given and number of terms are not given. Then fourth, to find the number of terms when the sum of the series is given. Then we have done 6th and 7th, that is the selection of odd number of terms in AP and selection of even number of terms in an AP. Today we are going to start with the 5th type, that is to find the particular term when sum is given, and then we will do some statement sums. Let's start with the 5th type. For example, if sum of first n terms of an AP is 3n square plus 2n, then find the 7th term and 10th term. Here sum is given, so denoted as Sn. Sn is equal to 3n square plus 2n. Now we have to find the term. So this is a relation between the term and the sum. That is, Tn is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. You have to remember this formula. Now for 7th term, put n is equal to 7. So we get T7 is equal to S7 minus S7 minus 6. So finally it is T7 is equal to S7 minus S6. Now we will find the value of S7 and S6 using equation 1. In place of n, we will put the value. So from first, S7 is equal to 3 into 7 square plus 2 into 7. So it is 3 into 49 plus 14. 147 plus 14 is equal to 161. Similarly, for n is equal to 6, it will become 3 into 6 square plus 2 into 6, that is 108 plus 12 is equal to 120. Put the value of S7 and S6 here, we get T7. So T7 is 161 minus 120 is equal to 41. Similarly, for 10th term, let's see the formula. It will become S10 minus S9. So we have to find both the values. S10 is equal to 3 into 10 square plus 2 into 10, that is 300 plus 20 is 320. Then S9 is 3 into 9 square plus 2 into 9, that is 243 plus 18 is 261. So finally T10 is equal to 320 minus 261 is 59. In this way, you can find any term of the sequence or series by using sum. Now let's start with the statement sums. Now first type I have taken related to numbers. For example, find the sum of all the numbers between 200 and 400. That is, the limit is given. Between means we will not consider the first and the last number, which are divisible by 7. Divisible by 7 means it is a multiple of 7, or you can say table of 7. Now we have to check firstly which numbers are divisible by 7. So first of all, check for 201. On dividing with 7, we will not get completely divisible. Similarly for 202, it is not divisible by 7. When you check with 203, it will become divisible. So, first number is that is divisible by 7 and lies between 200 and 400 is 203. Others number we can find by easily adding 7 in them. So, it will become 203, 210, 217 and so on. Similarly, we check from the end also. Check for 399. Is it divisible by 7 or not? It is divisible by 7. So we are getting a series here. So A is 203. Common difference is 7. And here last term is given. So Tn is equal to 399 is equal to L. Now for finding the sum we want N. It is not given. So firstly we will find N. Here Tn is given. So apply the formula. We get A plus N minus 1D is equal to 399. Put the value of A and D. 203 plus N minus 1 into 7 is equal to 399. Now here arrow method is there. 203 plus 7N minus 7 is equal to 399. On subtracting we get 196 plus 7N is equal to 399. Next on shifting 196 on the other side we get 7N is equal to 203. Now on dividing by 7 we get the value of N that is 29. Now for finding the sum, here last term is given, first term is given, we can apply the formula Sn is equal to N by 2 multiply A plus L. Now put the value of N, A and L. We get S29 is equal to 29 by 2 multiply 203 plus 399. So it will become 602. Now after cutting we are left with 301. So on multiplying 29 and 301 we will get the sum that is 8729. Now next type is there. A man start repaying a loan as first installment of rupees 100. First installment means the first term that is value of A that is rupees 100. Now if he increases, word is increases mean plus sign, the installment by rupees 5 every month. It means he is increasing the installment by rupees 5. So second term will become 100 plus 5 is 105. Then again adding 5 we get 110. In this way we get the series that is 100, 105, 110 and so on. Now question is there, what amount will he pay in the 30th installment? Now 30th installment, TH is there, it means we have to find the term. Also find the total amount paid in 30 installment, word is there total. Total means we have to find the sum here. So we have to find two things, that is the term and the sum also. Now let's start with the question. As first installment A is 100, increase that is D is 5. Series we got. Now for 30th term we will apply directly the formulas. Now for 30th term that is formula is Tn is equal to E plus N minus 1D. Put the values. T30 is equal to 100 plus 30 minus 1 that is 29 into 5. So 100 plus 145, answer is coming out to be 245. So 30th installment will be rupees 245. Similarly, we have to find the total amount, that is Sn is equal to N by 2 multiply 2A plus N minus 1D. Put the value of N, A and D. We get S30 is equal to 30 by 2 multiply 2 into 100 plus 30 minus 1 is 29 into 5. So on cutting we are left with 15 into 200 plus 145. So on adding 345 and with multiplying with 15 we will get the total amount paid, that is rupees 5175. Now students, you can do the statement sums in this way. You have to identify which thing you have to find, term or the sum. Now students, you are able to solve the sums related to these types. Before starting the worksheet given in SNAP homework, you must go through the links guided in the SNAP homework. Next, we will continue in our next class. Thank you.